Hey guys, so I'm tuning in with some potential news. I don't know yet, but I have a sneaking suspicion that I might be pregnant. I don't know. So let's find out. I'm gonna take a pregnancy test because I've been experiencing some symptoms that I think are symptoms. It's easy to trick yourself when you've already had kids because now you know what to look for. At least that's how I feel. I'm like, oh, I'm experiencing things that are similar to when I was pregnant with the girls. So, maybe that's a sign, but then I might be looking for it at the same time because I know what to expect. But anyway, I'm gonna take a test and let's see how it goes. Okay, I just took the test. So now we wait. I'm like already kind of shaky just because I really actually think that I am. There have been other times when I thought that I might be and then I wasn't, but this one's different because the symptoms have been very telling, and I don't know, I feel like there's an element of intuition that's also in there right now that I feel like I just know. So anyway, I'm gonna wait a couple more minutes, make sure that it fully loads before I look at it. When I was pregnant with my twins, of course I didn't know that I was having twins at the time when I took my pregnancy test and found out that it was positive back then, I immediately went into full-on shaking and tears, and I was so happy. So I don't know, I'm excited, we'll see. I'm just hanging out here waiting. I'm 14 days DPO, what do you call it? Days post-ovulation. So it should be clear if it's positive. So, okay, I'm gonna look. Let me show you this. I'm not entirely sure. I think that's a positive. I think that's a really faint positive. Oh my god. Let me show you this. You see that line right there? I've taken negative tests before where there was no line. And I think that that's the second line right there. Oh my gosh, you guys. I don't know what I think it is. I really think that's a positive. Oh my gosh. I really think that is. Oh, that's the hardest part about when I took my pregnancy test with my twins. One, my hormones were literally doubled because I was having twins, but I also was able to wait and have the patience to take my test all the way. It was about 1 week after I had my missed cycle. And so I used an app. I used the Flow app to just kind of monitor and check where I should be, but I'm pretty regular, so I know when I should be expecting it. And I think by my count, I was 5 days late, and then by my app count, I was 3 days late when I took my test with my first pregnancy. And right now, I'm supposed to start today or tomorrow. So I'm definitely on the earlier side, which would explain the really light line. But, oh my god. I'm scared to get really excited about it because it's such a faint line. But I am very sure that that means it's a positive, you guys. I'm serious. We have had other times where I thought that I was pregnant and I took a pregnancy test and there was nothing at all, not in the faintest, not in the slightest. It's not like it shows up, randomly, if it shows up at all, that second line there, it's really, really faint. But if it shows up at all, they say that that's a pregnancy. It just means it's early on because the way that the test works, it just shows how much levels you have of, what is it called? HCG, that's what I was trying to think of. It measures your levels, and every single day, once you have an implantation that is successful, it like doubles every day or something like that. So each day that you wait, it's more positive. And I thought about taking a test, you guys, like first thing in the morning, because typically that's supposed to be like the most accurate, because you haven't been like drinking a ton of water, and you know, like it's more unique to you or whatever, first thing in the morning. And I really was going to do it this morning, but then everything was just crazy with getting the kids out the door, and we're running a little bit late this morning. And so I just kind of decided I needed to focus on the kids, and I'll take the test, you know, after everybody's out of the house, and surprise my husband if I am. And so, oh my gosh. I'm so happy, you guys. We've been trying for about 4 months to have another baby. So, and which is weird because with my girls, we only had to try for like 2 months. It was really fast. So, oh my gosh. Okay. I'm trying to take a picture of this, and it's like hard to take a picture because I'm like shaking a little bit. But yeah, that's totally a positive. So, you know how I said I had a lot of symptoms that I feel like I've been experiencing? I'm happy to make another video about that later on, but like honestly, the main thing is like my babes told me I was pregnant. Outside of that, I also had I've been really dehydrated, and I've been drinking a ton of water and having to use the restroom a lot subsequently because I've been drinking so much water. And then what else? Oh, we took a couple of like car trips over the last couple of weekends. We drove not that far, like an hour, 2 hours, just because we've been exploring the area like every weekend since we moved here. Basically, we were like exploring a new part of the state, like West Virginia, even into Pennsylvania and Maryland, and you know, all over, honestly. And in the car, I was feeling a little bit like car sick, which isn't something that I usually feel if I'm in the front seat. Usually I only feel that if I'm in the back seat, but there are a lot of windy roads here. So I was like, well, it's probably nothing. And it is so early that it probably wouldn't have been related. Like it might not have been related, but at the same time, I was like, well, that is something that I don't usually experience. So maybe it is a really early sign. Oh, another sign was that my husband was drinking a beer the other day, and I thought it smelled good. And I usually hate the smell or taste of beer. And I don't know why, I like got a whiff of how his beer smelled, and I was like, ooh, that actually smells like apples or something, like the beer hops or something like that. So I was like, oh, that smells good. And then I was like, that's weird that I think it smells good. Like, I don't usually think that beer smells good. And I think they actually say that like your sense of smell is like one of the very first signs typically. But my sense of smell isn't heightened like it has been in the past, like it was for my girls. And then the one other thing that I wanted to mention is that I feel like ever since I had my twins, my hormones never quite went like all the way back to how they were before, like pre-pregnancy. So like when I found out I was pregnant with my twins, one of the first signs that was really telling, I think the lighting is better this way. One of the signs that was really telling for me, like how I really thought that I was pregnant, was because I was moody. And I talk about this in my story when I share about how I found out I was pregnant with my girls and my first, pregnancy test that was positive. But that was like a very telling sign that I caught myself feeling moody, and like I'm very aware of my emotions and always, I'm very happy and a bubbly person. So I feel like just with the stress of having twins, twin toddlers, I feel like I have definitely never been like as calm as I used to be, but recently I have noticed that I felt like I was a little bit more like edgy, maybe. I don't know if that's the right word. Like, I don't know, just quick to think in my head something, like especially with my work, everything is done over Messenger because I work from home. And so when somebody sends me a message, and if it doesn't like sound friendly. In my head, I'm like, what the heck? Like, I'll get like annoyed, and then I'm like, chill out, like you probably just read into it too much or something, you know. But like, that's another sign that I was like, maybe this is my current version of being moody, like, I don't know. So anyway. Okay, really quickly, I'm still just trying to make sure that I am 100% sure that my pregnancy test is positive. And so when I looked it up online, this is from Clear Blue, which is a different pregnancy test brand. And they say any positive line, no matter how faint, means your result is pregnant. Also, I just noticed on my actual first response pregnancy test box, it has a little thing here that says that there's an app that actually will tell you, it will read the results for you, and it will tell you if it is a pregnancy or not. So I'm just gonna, just to like, you know, triple check, triple confirm, I'm gonna check with this app real quick. Okay, so obviously I've never used this app before, so I'm going through the little tutorial thing at the beginning. It's just basically saying that you hold it over your pregnancy stick and then it will tell you if it's positive. So I will do that really quick. Wow, it is interesting how far technology has come, but I'm gonna go ahead and scan this now. Okay, well, the app says pregnant. Oh my gosh. So yeah, it's a definite yes. Wow. Okay guys, well, there you have it. I just did the app from the actual company that makes this test, and it literally just has a camera and it looks at the test and tells you if it's pregnant or not, and it just said pregnant. So oh my gosh, you guys, we're gonna have another baby. Oh my gosh, we're already literally waiting to get a minivan because we knew we wanted more kids. So I'm so happy. Okay, now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna tell Matthias when he comes home. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today and for celebrating this exciting news. By the time that this video goes live, I will probably be past my first trimester, just because, you know, just being cautious and all that stuff. I mean, I'm not really concerned because I feel like my first pregnancy was really smooth, but you never know, just to be on the safe side. So if you are seeing this, then that means that I am past 12 weeks and that everything's going smoothly. So I'll talk to you then. In the meantime, if you have any questions about how to travel with babies or twin mom life, feel free to subscribe to my channel. It would mean a lot to me in helping, just reaching more moms and connecting with other people who are thinking about the same things as me. Additionally, I am probably going to be putting out a whole pregnancy series. I have so many ideas on videos that I honestly never created when I was pregnant with the girls that I wish that I would have. So I'll probably be sharing a lot more pregnancy stuff if you're interested in that kind of thing. You know, especially, I don't know, obviously, I just literally found out that I'm pregnant. But obviously because of that, I don't know if I'm having one or two. I think it's probably just one right now. That's what I'm feeling. I really think I'm just having a singleton pregnancy. Whereas before, when I had my twins, I really thought that it was twins. Like, even from the start, I had like a sneaking suspicion, and there is a slight sneaking suspicion right now that I could have twins again, especially because fraternal twins run in my family and our first twins were identical. So I was like, okay, what are the chances that we have two more? I mean, that would be crazy and amazing. I always said I wanted 2 or 4 kids, and maybe 4 is the only option. I don't know. I have a feeling that I feel like it's just 1. That's just like what my intuition has been telling me, like when I was thinking about taking a pregnancy test and like feeling these symptoms the last couple of weeks. Like, it feels a lot more mild than what I was feeling when I took my pregnancy test when I found out I was pregnant the first time, which was my twins pregnancy. So I'll keep you updated about how I'm feeling all the way, you know, including like the first ultrasound and stuff. I'll let you know how I'm feeling around that point and if I'm feeling any different, if I'm thinking that I'm having twins again versus if I think that there's just gonna be one. Obviously I will have quite a ways because I haven't looked at my calendar yet, but based on where I think I am on my cycle, I think I'm about 4 weeks currently, so I'll have to wait another 6 weeks before I can get an ultrasound. So I'm just gonna be praying that everything goes smoothly, and I'll be updating you more soon. Thanks for hanging out. Have a great day. Bye. Also, I never entirely went back to my pre-pregnancy body after my twins, so I have a little bit of a bump. But that's okay. That's just my little mom body, whatever. Anyway, so this is basically what I'm starting with, and at least what 4 weeks theoretically looks like, and we'll go from there. I've also been feeling kind of bloated lately, which is like another minor sign. I also haven't had any premenstrual cramps, which usually I have before my cycle starts. So that was another reason why I thought that I might be. There was one other thing I was trying to remember to share. I've been really hungry lately. I don't usually think that that starts this early, but maybe it does. I'm working right now and I can't focus. I'm so happy.